ThunderCats, and this one is Slythe. So Slythe is the one I'm waiting to open for a long time. But I figured I'd open all the other ones first. They were kind of lame, or not lame, but just not as cool as him. And kind of find out, I was surprised that he actually goes for less on eBay than the figure I just opened, Jaga. Jaga actually goes for more on eBay for the Super 7 figure. I did swap out his head, as you can see, to the cooler head. But that was just surprising to me. In fact, I have a link down below, and one of them is going for only $56. That was really surprising to see one going for that low, considering how much the other one is. All right, so let's go ahead and go through this, open it up, and we'll look at some of the other ThunderCats in the line as well. If you watched my last video, some might be a repeat, some might be new, depending on the questions you guys ask. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at it. One thing to notice right off the bat is it actually opens sideways. All the other ones, the top opens and you pull it out the top. This one, you pull it out the side. So that's already a little different. And then here is the box. The box is mammoth. In fact, look at the size difference in the box. Here is the box. The last figure just came in a minute ago. And then you can see Jaga's box and all the other ThunderCats boxes are relatively small compared to Slythe. Look at the difference. That's huge. It's like almost twice. Not quite twice, but almost twice the thickness. Let's see this way how it is. This way it's the same. It's just on the side profile. So let's go ahead and open this up. On the back they do have the ThunderCat symbol, just like on the other box we saw earlier. So here it is. The moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. So cool. He is just huge. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He is pretty awesome. So, for those that know ThunderCats, he's kind of almost like the Merman version from He-Man, but he's a ThunderCats version. So let's go ahead and pull them out of here. Oh, read the back of the box. Sorry for those that are used to my pattern. Slythe is the leader of the reptilian mutants from the planet Plundar. Once a field cook in the army of the General and Slythe cheated on his way into power, followed the last of the Thunderians to Third Earth in hopes of capturing the Eye of Thundera for himself. Trapped and forced to serve the power of Mumra, he continues to plague the ThunderCats from his base in Castle Plundar. There you go. Dun. Pretty cool. So before I pull this one out too quick, I did make my own custom a while ago, and this was my custom that I made. And I made them from a lot of different He-Man parts, as you can see. And then I used the 5.5-inch figures for the head. And I was pretty happy with my cool custom, but looking at the one in the box, not even close. But we'll go ahead and do a comparison with my custom with the one that's actually sitting here in the box, and we'll check out the differences. All right, so let's get him out of here. I've been waiting for this figure for so long. The one I'm most excited about is Mumra, as you guys know, when he comes out. And I have made a custom fill in Mumra temporarily, but he is big and he is beefy and he is heavy. He's a solid chunk of plastic. Look at that. All right, let's get the light on here. This is the brighter one. Hey Jeff, thanks for joining us. Seems more like Whiplash's friend. Yeah, I suppose. I kind of like to compare the ThunderCats to the most common evil bad guys. So you got the monkey guy that's kind of like Beast Man, obviously. You got the bird guy. It's kind of like Stratos, because Stratos probably should have been a bad guy, as we saw in different things. And so this guy was kind of my merman. But you're right, he probably fits more with Whiplash. Oh, there was another guy in Class 6 that had the big old hunchback that went over too, but I forgot what his name was. I tried finding him before this video, just so I could compare him to this guy. Eventually I'll have to make a compilation video. Oh, look at that. That is huge. Now, you've seen weapons like this before for classics for He-Man, but never this big. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's half the size of the figure. That's cool. And he's got some fun axes too. Look at that axe. Oh. Now they do feel like they're hard plastic that would crack pretty easy. I'm not sure. They have some flexibility to them, but they just scare me that they are not super strong. And then we have this axe right here. Now, of course, the axe that I have in my guy's hand from the other version is this axe. You can kind of see how it kind of looks like it, but the handle looks like this handle. It's kind of funny how they're a little different, but yeah, look at the details on there. That is so cool. All right, and he comes with extra hands, more open hands, and let's go ahead and get him out of here. Yes, the mace is huge. Hey Chris, thanks for joining us. I'm glad you end up subbing. Cool, my essential He-Man video. Now it's kind of strange they put the wire under his armor. Not sure why they just didn't put it over his armor, but there we go. We got that out of there now. Oh, that is a big, beefy guy. That is so crazy. He feels like the Ram Man we got from Classics by his weight, is what he feels like. There he is. I like the mace. I'm going to give him the mace. Actually, let's take a look at this other head he has. So he has a head that's partially open with a tongue in there. Or you can have the closed head. I don't know. The open head looks cool. He's got one crazy eye too. Ah! But the closed head, I don't know. The closed mouth. So he does have a lot of articulation on his head, being this is new. I'll go through some of it. So the articulation on his head and neck is huge. The bad part is you put his head too far back, you get a small gap right here, which is actually kind of sharp. But he does have a lot of playability in that head. So you can do all kinds of crazy expressions like, huh? What? Say what? Anyway. And then, let's see, he has ankle articulation. He's got knee articulation between his fat knee spots. That's funny. And then he has his legs that move. It's like big old baby legs or something. And then, oh, that's different. He's got a wobbly hip that goes back and forth. So they kind of combined the movement. He doesn't have an upper crunch. So it kind of does the upper crunch and the turn at the same time. All in the same spot. His tail just rotates. No angle articulation, just rotating only. And then he has shoulder movement. No bicep cut. And he has an elbow with a twist on there as well. And then he has wrist articulation. I can't believe the head articulation. That's crazy how much you can move his head. And there is paint down here, so be careful. But this up here looks like it's just green plastic, so less chance of that scratching. So we do have two less articulation points. No bicep cut and no mid-crunch area. So there is a little bit less articulation there, but then again, he can do the hula pretty well with his bottom half. So you just swing those hips right around. Woo! It's almost like a ball joint for his waist. All right, let's look at his other craggly hands. I do like these Craggly hands way better than the other ones. I wonder how they hold the weapons. Well, not too good. So I might just put a Craggly hand just on this one side. Ugh. It's funny, a strap comes down too on his shoulders. And let's get the mace back in there. Man, this is a really cool figure. Oh, I guess I'll put the axe in there. The mace does not want to fit quite very good. So he's getting the axe. I'll have to heat his hand up later on and put the mace in there. Now I am kind of afraid to pull his head off without heating him up a little bit. Yeah, it's just connected to his face right there. Ah, whew. And you can see the ball joint inside there. Reminds you of an old joystick from the 80s, the ones that had the ball thing for like the trash 80s. Let's do the open mouth and the crazy eye. Urgh. Oh, that is tight. Okay, I'll have to heat that up and put it on later. Let's put the other one back on. All right, so let's go ahead and compare him to my custom. Quite a bit different. Obviously, he's a lot shorter. You can see him standing next to the Super 7 Lion-O here. How much shorter he is. But, of course, if he could stand up straight, he would be a lot taller. So I have to admit that my guy's not nearly as cool as the one Super 7 has come out and made for us. Yep. So I'll probably use this guy as some kind of weird minion or something. Minion Man, you are now demoted. All right, so let's go ahead and compare them. Skeeter was challenged. Oh, you didn't find him, huh? Yeah, this character is really cool. I guess if you stand him up taller, holding your hands down, now he's a little bit taller. Not taller than Lion-O, but at least it's not quite so stout. All right. Let's pull out Mumra, the ever-living. Now this, of course, is my custom. This is not an official Mumra. Wow, he's getting pretty loose. Now, for those that were not on my early video, wow, his waist is really loose. That's kind of scary. Can't wait to get my official one so I can trash my custom one. So, for those that missed the last video, they did have a really cool glow-in-the-dark Mumra, which I showed off with the light. I'm going to show them off again just because it's so much fun. So, if you did not get the glow-in-the-dark one, I would suggest getting him before it gets too expensive, but he is really cool and a lot of fun. Lights off. I just gotta do this again because it's so much fun.
1 sec. Okay. Done.
Just charge him right up there. Oh, that is so cool. So cool. Ah, Lion-O. All right. Anyway, if you want to see the other figures, I got them in the last video. Sorry about that. I don't mean to be cheesing on you guys for making this video a little shorter. I guess I'll pull out some others. What the heck? Just in case you don't want to. So one thing is I did go with the cloth goods on Jaga as well, if I didn't tell you that already. So I decided the cloth capes are cooler. So all my ThunderCat figures, they have cloth capes included. I'm just going to leave the cloth capes for them. And I'll leave the plastic rubbery capes for the He-Man figures. So that will be the difference. And of course, here's Crackers again. Crackers. Not to be confused with Crackers the Clown. Ugh, stand, crackers. It's so dark and I can't see what I'm doing. Ugh. Of course, here's the Mattel Lion-O. Now, I heard the new red Lion-O is not going to have any of these marks here, which I'm hoping, if that's the case, that then I might have to get an extra red Lion-O and just swap out the legs and arms to have to the same coloring, to have one version that doesn't have any pinholes. That might be kind of cool. So I may order a second red Lion-O just to do the arm and leg swap. I have to go back and check online to make sure it's the same coloring. I think it is, though. And that way then I could have a Lion-O without the pinholes. But it stinks because obviously this guy still has the pinholes. So I guess that's kind of a bummer. But we'll see. Maybe I can figure out some figure to trade with him too. All right. Let's see your guys's. Oh yeah, Mr. Jackalman. Yep. Todd, are you inviting us to your house to play with your toys? I have to ask my wife permission ahead of time. Yeah, I have to ask my wife permission ahead of time too. That would be fun though. Have a giant He-Man ThunderCats day and invite people over. That'd be so cool. All right, let's turn the lights back on. Lights on.
1 sec. Okay.
Wait, Jeff, you're telling me the reissues are not going to have the pins? Oh, man, I did not get the reissues for the pre-order. Urgh. Anyway, there you go, you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. I think it's all the ThunderCats I have to open now. I think I've opened all of them. Yep. I still have a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to open. I got Rocksteady here. And I have April O'Neil here. And Splinter here. So I think I'll wait till I get my 4-pack of Turtles before I open up the other figures. You know, he just fits right into these guys, doesn't he? Beastman. I could see him being one of Mum-Ra's. You know, actually his face, look at the difference. I think the classics' faces just look, I don't know, more real or something. I don't know, but just, like, look at the teeth, for instance. Maybe it's just Super 7 versus Mattel. Because, I don't know. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Until next time, bye now.